my name is Dominique Shibley, and I am in the Elm 210, the 1 o'clock class. And for this discussion, I'm talking about the skills that I chose, and I chose skills 3 and 7, which is compare and contrast, and then it's predicting and hypothesizing. For the book that I chose, it's Boy Were We Wrong About Dinosaurs, and the grade that I want to choose is 3rd grade, so it's going to be 8 and 9-year-olds. So throughout this whole entire text, they will be comparing and contrasting, as that is my standard. So for skills 3, it perfectly aligns because the standard says compare and contrast between two different topics. So in this case, it's going to be how the Chinese scientists thought about dinosaurs, comparing and contrasting to what we think about today and the American scientists. So they are going to see through text and then also through an activity, through a timeline worksheet, they are going to be able to put that across and list it out in chronological order. So that is how that skill aligns with that text in my standard. And then for skills 3, it is talking about predicting and making a hypothesis. This is really good for a science and math standard, but it also works with the reading standard because I will be able to pause the text and I will be able to ask them a question, such as, what do you think is going to happen next? What do you think the scientists are going to find now? Do you think that this is true or not true? Especially when it gets to the reason why they're extinct, they're going to be able to say, oh yes, I believe that they're extinct because of disease. Or they'll find out that they're going to be extinct because of an asteroid and long fire. So they will be able to see if their predictions or hypothesis is correct or isn't correct. And then also they will be able to do an activity through a digging activity. So this is just going to be with worms and like the gummy worms that you can eat and like chocolate pudding. So they will be able to dig for fossils or bones, and they can predict on how far they're going to have to dig and how much bones they're going to discover. And then they'll be able to see that also through text, that archaeologists had to dig very deeply and they were able to find bones, but then they will be able to predict how deep they're going to have to dig to find those bones. So those are the reasons why my skills for comparing and contrasting, as well as predicting and hypothesizing, go along with my standard, that students will be able to compare and contrast X, Y, and Z. But for the specific standard is that they're going to be able to compare and contrast the scientists of Chinese and today's, as well as making their own predictions on if they think dinosaurs still exist. As they find out at the end of the text, scientists believe that dinosaurs evolved through birds, but they won't be able to know that until the end, so they can make a future prediction before I start reading the text. So that is all I have to say for right now. Thank you so much, and have a great day.